Hi, everyone. Henry DeVries with Wealth Authority TV. This is where we help financial advisors and wealth managers improve what they're doing to make it rain, to find right fit clients. And I have a financial advisor, actually, my financial advisor on today, Phillip Ramsey. Philip, thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Well, we'll grill you. We'll treat you, kind of rough here, but it should be good at the end. Um, Philip, why don't you tell people about your practice because it's a little unusual.
It is. Yep. So I get the privilege of owning and operating Uncommon Wealth Partners, which is a RIA firm, a financial planning firm that gets to pour into other people, trying to help them use their unique giftings to enjoy life more. So I felt like there was maybe a void in the marketplace when I first started this industry where there wasn't a lot of advisors actually listening to me and what I wanted to accomplish in my life. They had all these products and maybe accounts they wanted to open for me, but no one really asked me, like, well, do you like your job? Do you like your life? And so I was yearning for that advisor to be able to pour into me and be like, hey, what is it that you feel like God specifically, uniquely gifted you for? And I was just yearning for that. So I couldn't find that. So I did the most logical thing, which is start my own practice.
I didn't say we were going to go this way, but I will go. Um, there's a concept people are talking about from Japan about purpose, and it's called ikigai. And
Yes.
the main thing is that one, you're good at what you do. Two, um, you like what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Three, people value what you do and will pay you money for it. And
Mm-hmm.
four, what you do helps the world. And Philip, I think you're the poster child for Ikigai.
Oh,
I mean, you were
thanks for
really
saying that.
doing it there.
I really appreciate it. And it's the synergies of all that, right? With the Ikigaya is like
Yeah.
when all of those kind of come into synergy and I wake up every morning and I love what I do because I have a front row seat of people impacting other people and using their gifts and then they're getting paid for it. And they're, like, when do you want to stop doing that? The answer is kind of never. And so this
Right.
whole kind of concept of retirement is a completely different foreign language to my clients because they want to say, like, how can I continue to make the flywheel go faster so I can impact more people and use my money to go do that. And so I love seeing people uniquely gifted in the way that they're gifted at and then just continue just to pour into other people. It is a joy to have a front row seat of that. And there's not a lot of people that get to do that. So I feel blessed to be one of those people.
Well, let's talk about the industry. Let's talk about, and I'm going to go a little negative here that some people have a negative view. Somebody told me he hates to tell people that what he does for a living because they'll avoid him at parties and they don't want to make eye contact at the Little
Preach
League
it.
games.
Preach
Uh,
it, Henry.
so, but what can financial advisors do to improve their image?
Wow. That's a deep question. Um, and one that I think you really have to unpack of why people don't want to talk to advisors. And I think it is because there's a bigger company who's training advisors or individuals in order to go talk to their family and friends. And the business that's operating and doing all this training is a for-profit company. Like they're here for profit here. So when they train individuals to go out and tell their family and friends what they should be doing, is it truly an unbiased opinion? And
Right.
my answer would probably be like, probably not, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And so whenever somebody says they're a financial advisor, like I'll tell you this. So everyone's supposed to have an elevator pitch, like one of those things where like if somebody asks you, what do you do? And you have this
Yeah.
amazing response that's supposed to get all these people to as your clients. My number one thing is I tell people like, please don't have elevator pitch. Like, no one wants to hear your elevator pitch. But what they wouldn't mind is something you're excited about. And like for me, I'll tell you what happened yesterday. Like, hey, we just did a conference for business owners that are all married, that are both working actively in their business. Like that's very unique. And like one, they sometimes feel like they're in an echo chamber because every dinner they're talking about their business. And they don't know if there's other like-minded people out there like them. So we had a conference for those people. We got to just encourage them and say, you're not alone. Here's a couple things. We got to work through some things. It was awesome. So that would be my elevator pitch today of what have you done lately that really impacts the world? And a lot of advisors have this canned elevator pitch that shows them like, well, I help people with their tax efficiencies. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Yeah.
So I would say you got to understand that the industry is teaching a lot of individuals, I think, the wrong practice of I want to try to put your money in jail and put it into an account that you can't access till you're 59 and a half. And so a lot of people don't inherently want to talk to advisors because they know that, okay, I'm going to have to start saving money that I don't know if I even have in the first place. So as soon as you say you're a financial advisor, immediately people are kind of off-putted, like, ugh,
Yeah.
okay. So when people ask me, like, hey, what do you do? I run a business. Like, what kind of business? I help people, like, I don't know, love their life. I don't know, like, let's talk about it. So I usually tell people, like, hey, I'm a business owner more than anything. And then I get to pour into other people. It just happens to be in the financial services space. But my first thing to try to cover my image or try to completely deviate or be uncommon than the industry norm is no, we actually want to try to listen to people and see if there's a way that we can make them more efficient of what they're trying to do. And that can be anything because I have a lot of arrows in my quiver. Even if a person's like, I want to pay off my house, my question with them would be, well, how many years do you think it's going to take? And they're like, well, I don't know. I've done the math, probably 8 years. And so I'm like, I think I can help you in 4. Like, huh, let's talk. So constantly trying to understand people's like goals and then how do you make those more efficient? I feel like is a way better way to help people have a better, I guess, idea and kind of understanding of financial services. Because I feel like if you do it right, there's a lot of people who think like, oh, I actually kind of need somebody like that. So,
And I like it that you're not manipulative with it. This isn't some play or scheme that you're kind of teasing them along because you don't want to, you don't spring the trap till they're
no,
actually, in the room.
right.
Um,
Right. And to that point, there's a like on our website, we're just like, hey, do a 15-minute consultation. And in that consultation, my number one goal is not to get them as clients. And people are like, that is a horrible marketing scheme. Man, you're probably right. But
yeah.
my job is to try to give them as much value as I can so they can get done with that 15-minute call and they'd be like, I think I can do it myself. And to me, I think that's a win. And so
I,
if I just keep providing tremendous value to people, I feel like the Lord's going to be able to help me keep the lights on. And it's been working.
One of my clients sent me this because I'm gonna give you pushback. I don't think yours is a crazy plan. It says one gives generously and ends up with more. Another withholds what should be given, but he comes to poverty.
Mm,
The generous person will prosper, and whoever refreshes others will himself be refreshed.
mm,
Uh, that's King
that is
Solomon
great.
from the book of Proverbs. And
That's so
I
good.
think generously giving information and um, like, well, I don't do we mention? May I mention the price of what you charge those couples for a day with
Yeah,
you?
sure.
It's
Absolutely.
$350.
Yep.
I mean,
All
you
day.
probably fed them too.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
sure did.
yeah, okay. So it was like, oh, how is he making his money on these things? Like, no, he's probably breaking even on that, but he's giving this valuable information away, and you're going to get, if not a client, a referral source, or three, someone who
Hmm.
will say, hey, there's a stand-up person who does this. Um, I've heard it from other advisors, and I've nicknamed it the educating expert model, that it's education first
Yeah. Yes.
and then options
Yeah.
and
Right.
then listening, a
That's
lot of
good.
listening.
There's a lot of listening that has to happen. And I feel like you really just can't jump in with, "Hey, let me tell you about me," without like, "Let me hear about you." And then if there is a way that you can help them achieve their goals faster, then maybe talk about it. But I would say with that conversation with that individual I had, is I think I can pay off my mortgage in 8 years. I was like, I think I can help you in 4. He's like, how would you do that? And I told him the whole strategy right there. And he was
Right.
like, that's fascinating. And I'm like, yeah, there's just not a lot of people that know that strategy. He's like, I'm going to do more research. And he did. It was great.
There you go. Well, we're almost out of time. Is there anything else you wanted to add for the good of the show?
No, I would say that financial advising, I think, is very, very important. And as AI starts coming into the marketplace, I feel like, in fact, my employee came to me. He's like, "Hey, I did some research, and I think we're like number 7 on the industries that AI is going to take over." And he was like, "What do we do?" Big eyes. I loved it. I was like, "I'm so excited about that statistic." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, you're going to not have a job." I was like, "No, no, no. We'll always have a job because we have relationships that AI cannot take over. But we can use the AI to do the things that are going to be better than what we do.
Yeah.
And then we can impact our people even more. And on top of that, have a true relationship with them." I was like, I love it. So I don't think that anybody should be worried about AI unless you don't have true relationships. But that's what this industry is. We're counselors, we're financial advisors, we get to jump in the trenches with people. And yet we get to impact people every day and just help them through. And it's a powerful profession. So keep doing what you're doing, but also be unique in doing it and never just sell a product.
Great advice. Until next time, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.
I love it.
Okay. And one more.